New at 10, the mystery of a missing baby is finally solved more than 40 years later. The baby was apparently dropped off at a church in Arizona and adopted by another family. She grew up never knowing her past until now.
Teen 12's William Pitts explains how investigators were finally able to get answers.
It was a search that spanned the country. A baby left at an Arizona church, adopted to a new family, never knowing her parents had been murdered. And this week, a 42-year-old woman learned she was that baby. Baby Holly Clouse, as she was known, was missing for more than 40 years. Her parents, Dean and Tina Clouse, had been killed near Houston in 1981, dumped in a forested area. But it took 40 years to identify them by forensic genealogy.
Now Holly knows who she is. The family knows who Holly is. That's a connection that you can't understand unless you almost can't get it unless it happens to you.
Forensic genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick pioneered this kind of work. In 2015, she used DNA to link Brian Patrick Miller to the murders of two young women found in a Phoenix canal in the 90s. Miller is awaiting trial. She uses DNA to locate nearest matching relatives, then builds a family tree.
It's like a big Sudoku puzzle where you have to figure out how all the people lined up to be just all related exactly right. And then the missing part is the person you're looking for.
In this case, she and her team found Dean Clouse, then Tina Clouse. Once they had a starting point, Texas investigators used court records to identify Holly.
I said, "Oh my God, this is a gift from heaven."
Their remaining family didn't know what had happened to the Clouse family, or if any of them were still alive. And Holly Clouse, now going by a different name, has a completely different history.
She's overwhelmed, I'll say, and that she needs time to process all this.
As for who did this, authorities in Texas are still searching. They know in the 80s, a fringe religious group had the Clouse's car and tried to sell it back to the family.
She further stated that Tina and Dean had joined their religious group and no longer wanted to have contact with their families.
They were arrested, but the Texas Attorney General's office says no one can find the arrest records. But they do have details about their beliefs.
They were wearing white robes and they were barefoot. They indicated the beliefs of their religion included the separation of male and female members, practicing vegetarian habits, and not using or wearing leather goods.
In the early 80s, there was a religious group who matched that exact description that traveled the country, including being seen in Yuma County. The group's founder died years ago. Investigators are still searching for suspects in the murder and the kidnapping. William Pitts, 12 News.